Good morning. It's Tuesday. We made it to Tuesday. So today's daily devotion is actually a new card. And the question I asked the deck, because when I do oracle cards, when I pull one, I really focus on okay, what is the next lesson? Maybe something happened in my life and I'm kind of working through it, right? So I want to share the journey. We're not alone. None of us are alone, okay? We don't grow in a vacuum. And one of the things that I really believe is that we need community and we need to grow with one another. Growing in isolation only gets you so far, right? It is universal that you know yourself best, right? And only you can do your work, right? So you have to do the heavy lifting in your life to grow. But in that, you need people around you that you can have reflect back things or go, whoa, you have gone off the deep end, Red. Come back to reality. Don't go off into conspiracy theories, right? Or whatever it is that you're struggling with. You need community to help you. Yes, Astra. So something happened to me yesterday. Actually, something happened on Sunday, but I didn't know about it till Monday. I don't look at my email on the weekend. I will confess. I'm kind of one of those people. I have to draw a barrier, right? Like you can't get sucked into stuff. Well, today's card is number 14, Clan of the Wolf Heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And this is the card. Clan of the Wolf Heart. Isn't that beautiful? I love this card. So I'm going to read some because I was reading this and I thought, I'm just going to read the whole thing. Yes, Astra. Reach out for help from others. Whilst you honor and respect your individuality and your own unique life journey, balance social time with taking care of your own individual needs, including the need for time out in solitude to hear your inner truths and renew yourself. Yes, Astra. She's wound up, sorry. Anger can be a sign from the soul, a sacred gift that asks you to deal with a situation, to bring about something different and more empowering. Use your anger as a sacred gift with compassion and clear purpose. Fight wholeheartedly when you need to safeguard what truly matters. Be open to a greater guiding wisdom so that you know when to be merciful and when to cut something off completely. Believe in the power of your inner voice and do not silence yourself. Whilst your external identities may shift and change with circumstance, your soul tribe is fixed in the better heart of the wolf way. It is the backbone of the emerging new world culture. This began as an alternative culture, but is now growing stronger with numbers, becoming more pervasive in the consciousness and influence and in power. It is rising up as a saving grace, guiding the human race to a new order. Because our personalities are stronger, we are not afraid to voice our individual truths. We may get our buttons pushed by each other at times. However, when we remember that when we remember that we are on the same team, fighting for the same great purpose, we can forgive and encourage each other not to take it personally and continue to effectively harness the power of what we can accomplish together. Wolf medicine bestows the qualities of endurance, inner wisdom, and community. Wolves mate for life, and the wolf clan has an organized social structure that includes a balance between a group endeavor and individualism. The social order of wolves provides support, loyalty, thriving, and yet wolves are free-spirited animals. Wolf wisdom teaches us how to balance solitude with socialization. It teaches that both we are needed for the well-being of ourselves, but also our clan. The howl of the wolf is primal and powerful. It is used to locate clan members to define the boundaries of their territory to wolves from the outside of the pack. The howling wolf is medicine for standing your ground and defending that which is rightfully within your guardianship. It is, if this strikes a note within you now, be aware that using your voice and your energy to set boundaries and claim your space is important. The territory is not physical. That is the way of ego. The territory is spiritual. Claiming it means reclaiming and sustaining the right state of mind and expand consciousness of open-heartedness to the divine that allows you to determine the quality, consciousness, and stability of that space for all beings that seek refuge within it. Wolf medicine is the awakening of the pathfinder, the way shower, and the teacher. The wolf can learn new ways and teach them to others. Part of your soul purpose is to guide and inspire others through what you learn to master in your own life. We are the people who can do what's needed. We can fight the status quo, ravage the mind away from inadequate responsiveness, and elicit soul passion and the on-the-ground action to take us from merely salvaging what we can do into alchemical eco-salvation and the birthing of a new world order. Let us recognize ourselves as the empowered ones. The divine has blessed and the tribe of the wolf heart with intelligence, individuality, social and community values, commitment, and the ability to outwit enemies, protect and defend what matters, and adapt to change successfully. We may realize our abilities, tap into the resources we have, and use them fruitfully. May we have joyful courage and confidence in who we are and what we are here to do. Say aloud, my spirit claims divine territory upon the earth. I trust in the supernatural ability of my soul to determine, shift, and enforce the spiritual territory under my rightful guardianship as a way shower and a pathfinder. I accept all blessing, all divine blessing, to fulfill the sole purpose of the wolf way, providing protection and sanctuary for those beings within my care. I give to you and receive from my soul tribe within the willing heart of the empowered wolf way. May we be blessed and guided by the Great Spirit to fulfill our destinies, to inspire each other, and as always, find the ways out of darkness and into light. And one extra thing on top of that is to call upon the gods, the goddess and the god, the Great Spirit, the elementals, and may they light your way. But what I'm saying is something that happened to me yesterday really caused me a lot of confusion. Like, I spent a good chunk of the day really confused because there are a lot of different kinds of gifts in the world, right? You have people who are, pretty much everybody has met them. You know, they're energy vampires, empathic vampires. You know, you've got people who suck the life out of you. Sometimes they don't know. They have no intention of being harmful in their energy. But inadvertently, they have become quite negative and soul-sucking, basically. They don't intend normally to be that way. I mean, you do have dark entities. Absolutely, you have dark entities. And a good way to know them is they're not on their blueprint. You can't sense a blueprint around them. It's really hard to sense any kind of guides around them because their guides aren't with them anymore. Like, dark entities are their own thing, okay? And I've done a lot of energy work and I've done a lot of healing. And in all of that, I've only encountered a few that have come into my sphere, you know, like actually stayed around me for long enough for me to go, okay, this is it, and I'm going to go away now. Most people that you meet are not dark entities. And most people, if they're negative or they do things that aren't nice, they're working through their blueprint. They're working through their choices. And every once in a while, because I'm a catalyst, and for those of you who don't know what a catalyst is a type of life theme. And everybody's got life themes in their blueprint. Most people have 2. I have met people who have 3. Wow, is that an encounter? Not bad, just it's very impactful when it happens. So most people have 2 life themes, and usually your life themes are kind of in opposition. They don't really go together, and they create kind of conflict and chaos, and they guide your blueprint in your learning experiences. So my life themes are catalyst and carer. So I have a tendency to catalyze change and care about everything. And I care deeply about a lot of things. And that is a learning journey for me. I have to learn to let things go. I have to learn to step away and let other people live their life. And I also have to not take on things that I don't need to take on. I can care and not give away myself. And that's a lifelong journey. Catalyst is, if you've done any kind of chemistry, a catalyst changes things. They change the chemical composition of something in science, right? There's a dictionary definition, and I'll pull it up at some point. But in energy, I catalyze change, and I happen to be a psychic. I see patterns, and I communicate with people's guides. I do not go in to other people's consciousness. That is not a thing that I do. I can't say that I don't have the ability to do that, because I really would have to sit down and think about that. But I will tell you, as an energy worker, there are rules and laws that go with practicing energy healing, energy medicine. I've worked in the spiritual world and worked with groups for decades, okay? Nothing that I do is new to me or to the world. I cannot and will not ever go into somebody else's consciousness. That is not something that I can do or will do or have tried to do. That goes against all the ethics, all the moral, ethical compass of everything that I know. That is an invasion of someone's privacy, someone's right to live their blueprint ethically and honorably. When I send somebody energy, 9 times out of 10, I have sent them an email or a message, or I have communicated with them at some point, and I have asked them, do I have permission to send you positive energy for healing? Do I have permission to help you? It is wrong and unethical for you to send somebody something that they don't want and they don't want you meddling with. I always ask. Now, I have friends that I've asked them and they've said, anytime you ever want to send me anything red, please do. So I'll post something like on Facebook or whatever, say, sending you positive energies. Because I have their permission. They are a friend. We have a relationship. If they should ever say, Red, don't ever send me any more positives, I won't. Because that's an invasion. But I'm not entering their consciousness and I'm not affecting their consciousness. That is kind of goes into a telepathy thing that I don't have. So when I was reading this, and it talks about believe in the power of your inner voice, do not silence yourself, and also creating boundaries. Your energetic territory, your energetic, the medicine of standing your ground and defending what is rightfully within your guardianship. I'm reading this whole thing and I'm thinking to myself, There's a reason I do daily devotions on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram. I am sharing my journey and trying so hard to create a community of people who understand that they are not alone and how this energy stuff works, that it's not some invasive creeping vine that's going to tear down the sides of your house over time. This is part of, if you choose to work on your stuff, these are tools and techniques and things that help you. As a psychic catalyst, what happens is when I do readings with people, I sit them all down, their very first reading, and I ask questions. I go, do you understand that the things that we talk about are for you? And these things are things that you can make a choice. There's always a choice. You can choose to take it or you can choose to leave it. And when you ask a question, I will frequently and often ask you back, are you sure you would like the answer? Are you sure that you would like to know that information from your guides? It's not me telling you random stuff that I think that you're gonna react to or be upset by. I don't want any of my clients to be upset. I don't want them to be uncomfortable with the changes that they are choosing in their life. Uncomfortable as in traumatic or when they're not ready to work on those things. I want whatever it is that I share with them for them to be ready to take that information in and work on whatever it is they are working on. But change and growth is uncomfortable. And some people will say that they're ready when they're not. But if they verbally tell me, I am ready, I want the answers to my questions read, I will give that to them via their guides. I listen to their guides and I pay attention to when a guide says, oh, don't say that, then I won't say it. Number one, I can't tap into your consciousness. And number two, I respect both your guides' guidance in your blueprint, and I also respect when you say, no, I don't want to know that, then I am not going to share it. But if you tell me you're ready, that is your choice. That is your journey. And I will support you as best that I can. But I also ask every single one of my clients, do you have a counselor? And there's a reason for that, because sometimes that growth is harsh and sometimes it's painful, and it doesn't mean you can't do it. But the other secret out of all of this is I give you this stuff in a session, and when you walk out my door, it is promptly gone. I have trained myself to forget your personal information because it does not belong to me. It is not mine. You have walked out that door, and I have recentered with myself and used my own energetic boundaries, creating. Be aware of using your voice and your energy to set boundaries and claim your space. The territory is not physical. It is not a way of the ego. The territory is spiritual. Claiming means sustaining the right state of mind and expanding your consciousness of open-heartedness to the divine that allows you to determine the quality, consciousness, and stability of the space. Right? I don't hold on to your stuff. It's not mine. I have no business holding on to it. I got my own stuff to deal with. I don't need to hold on to anybody else's. I just thought this card, Clan of the Wolf Heart, was like the perfect message I needed and the perfect thing to share with you so that you can understand a little bit. Because it's important to understand that when you go see somebody for any kind of energy medicine, whether that be Reiki, whether that be massage with energy and stones, whether that be tuning forks work, whether that be a random psychic, it doesn't matter who you go to. You can go to me, you can go to, there's a couple different people that live around here and Billings, and there's a lot of practitioners. There is an ethic and responsibility of practice that goes with that. And if they are not holding to that, then yes, there can be bleed back and energy ick. But most practitioners who know anything about this will tell you there is an ethic that goes with it. I don't even pray about somebody until I ask about them, or I ask them. I have a list of people that I have prayers for, but every single one of the people on my list, I have asked for their permission. I don't just randomly give and send energy or take, ever. And first off, you never take from someone else. That's where gifts come into play. When someone gifts you something, they are gifting you a piece of themselves, energy. I make art all the time. I give away my energy constantly. I am an energy sensitive. I suck in electricity from the walls, and I have to transmute that energy, and I choose to transmute that energy in gifts to other people. And it's the same thing when I do energy work on people. I have a lot of energy just by being an energy sensitive, going and sitting out on the porch in the morning and sucking up Mother Earth's energy. I feel so good. And then I will turn around and do body healing, energy medicine work on people, and I will transmute that Mother Earth energy for that person. But I can't go into your consciousness, and I cannot steal your consciousness, and I cannot steal your blueprint, and I cannot feed off of that. That is not a thing. Okay? That's not a thing. That's not real. And if it is, if there are energy entities that can do that, great. I'm not one of them. Just so that you know. But we need community, people. We need community that's positive and not jealous. You know, if you want to come to me for energy medicine, great. If you want to go down the road and see somebody else, I give you all the power in the world to do so. There are lots of energy practitioners out there. There's lots of people that give and share and are beautiful and kind and loving. Then go to them. Go to who makes you feel centered and loved and seen. I have no proprietary anything on that. And I will tell you that I've been accused of it. And every time I'm accused of it, I have to sit back with my guides and I ask them, have I overstepped? Have I ever been ego driven in this? Because if I have, I need to correct it. And I have a counselor. I see a counselor. I talk to my counselor about things because everybody needs somebody to talk to, and everybody needs a grounded outside resource to make sure that their ego hasn't run away with it and that they don't all of a sudden become, I am the shiznit of all of the things. I'm not. And if you choose not to see me, or you just want to watch my videos and go, great, Red, this is awesome. You are one of 10 people I rely on. Great. That's good. It's never a good idea to be only fixated on one perspective. Get lots of perspectives. That's how we grow. That's how we learn to lean on each other as a community. Everybody has the world through their unique eyes. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Have a beautiful day, my lovely friends. Astra is back not howling. A longer daily devotion today, but I really thought it was worth to kind of go over these things. Yesterday was a very confusing day, but I find that this morning with some sleep, I went outside and sat on the porch for a while before I did daily devotion. I found this beautiful card. Oh, and this comes from Earth Warriors Oracle. I highly encourage you to look up Alana Fairchild. She has some good work. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow in prayer. Blessed be.